Good morning, greetings from Northumberland. It's the 3rd of December. It's just before dawn just before sunrise on a lovely, cool but crisp morning. We celebrate today a man called Francis Xavier, Xavier. He was Portuguese. He was one of the first Jesuits, and he also was a great missionary. He travelled from Europe all the way to India, first of all to Goa. He preached in India. He travelled through the Malay Peninsula. He travelled to Japan, and he tried to get to China, but he died when he was only 46 before he could get to the Chinese mainland. But wherever he went through Asia, through India and through the East, he left groups of Christian communities. And these became strong and resilient Christian communities. Rather like the way in which Paul founded communities as he travelled through Asia Minor, so Francis Xavier founded Christian communities as he travelled through the East. Of course, Christianity had been there before, but he brought with it a new vigour. He observed something that was to bedevil missionary work for hundreds of years, but he made it very clear. He said the problem is that the lives of Western Christians or Western people so don't reflect that the life and teaching of Jesus that it's an obstacle to the spread of the gospel. So these Westerners who profess to be Christians live such selfish lives, such problematic lives, that for the people who are receiving the teaching of Jesus, they cannot make sense of the conflict between the way these Westerners live and the gospel. They see there's a conflict there. He, however, lived fully his allegiance to Christ, and he was one of the most effective missionaries of all time, planting the seeds of Christianity that were to flourish and to endure much persecution. The reading from the prophet Isaiah today talks about justice in a way. It talks at the end about the high being brought low and trampled by the feet of the poor and the needy. It reminds Christians, it reminds us that we have responsibilities to other people, that we have a duty, an obligation to reach out and to make a difference, to bring justice and mercy and compassion. Our country and the whole world is facing challenges as a result of this pandemic, and we will face greater challenges as a result of how Brexit works out for us in the coming months. But what is important, that our governance, our leadership, the decisions that we accept and back as a population show justice and mercy and compassion. We are still a rich place, and we should not countenance the suffering and the hunger of the poor. Isaiah, in chapter 25, speaking about a new world. In chapter 26. That day, this song will be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. To guard it, he has set wall and rampart about it. Open the gates. Let the upright nation come in, she the faithful one, whose mind is steadfast, who keeps the peace because she trusts in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord is the everlasting rock. He has brought low those who lived high up in the steep citadel. He brings it down to the ground, flings it down in the dust. The feet of the lowly, the footsteps of the poor, trample upon it. The God who brings down the high and raises the lowly. We'll be hearing of that again in Mary's song as we unveil our Advent story. May God bless us all.